My name is Dylan Wiebe. I'm with LD Seeds out of Altona, Manitoba. I'm a fourth generation seed grower and seed retailer. We grow cereals, pulses, canola, corn, and we take a lot of our experience from on our farm with varieties and products and share those experiences with our growers in hopes to add value to their farms. The main disease in soybeans that we would work with or deal with is white mold. The main option that growers use in Manitoba for white mold in soybeans would be fungicide. Fungicide is a bit of a challenge to use in Manitoba because it doesn't typically have an economic return. 9 times out of 10 we won't see value or an economic benefit from it. So, we look for options like Heads Up that's more cost effective and is with the plant throughout the whole growing season. So if conditions are conducive to white mold, we have protection there throughout that whole season, and we don't have to second guess ourselves or predict the future, the forecast to make a decision. My first experience with Heads Up was actually applying it on seed. A customer came to our farm and requested that we apply some on seed. One thing I noticed was that it was very friendly to use relative to other biologicals I've worked with in the past. Easy to mix, compatible with other seed treatments. So that was one thing that came to mind right off the hop. Of course, we expect results in the field. So last year, being 2025, we did a soybean trial with Heads Up, and we had it replicated. Initially, once white mold started, it was a high pressure white mold year. We saw white mold setting in, and we had a visual difference. When it came to yielding, taking it off to yield, there was a 2 bushel an acre yield advantage with the Heads Up. When we think about performing trials on our farm, we look for a consistent area throughout the field. We try to replicate the trial at least 3 times over. That way we can verify whether we're seeing consistencies with the product, and we are very particular on how we weigh it off to make sure everything's squared off and as even as possible. From our experience, there's good value in using Heads Up. We've seen a 2 bushel an acre yield advantage with when we saw white mold pressure in our soybeans. So with the low cost of the product, it's a no-brainer product to use. I've worked with a number of biologicals over the last 5 years. Some challenges would be storing the product, mixing the product, the bulkiness of the product. Heads Up is a simple product to store, handle, mix, and is compatible with many seed treatments. So as far as the retail perspective on using the product, it's very simple. If I were to give one recommendation to a customer for white mold protection, it would be Heads Up. The fact that it's on seed, living in the plant throughout the whole growing season, and it's very cost effective. In my experience, I would consider it to be a cheap insurance.